Today's November 6th. It's a Monday. Cloudy, gloomy. Good chance of rain or snow. High's going to be like in the 40s, but it's going to be beet day. Today I'm going to have beets for lunch and for supper. But here's a bunch of tomatoes that went to waste. You can see all those tomatoes. Look at the size of this beet. Most of them about the size of a croquet ball. But this one right here, that thing there is bigger than a softball. I don't know if you can tell what I would compare it to something. But that thing is huge. Let me come on over here. Okay, we're going to compare it to this tuna fish can. There's the beet. There's the can. That thing's bigger than a softball. It's time to take it in the house, clean it up, peel it, slice it up, and could have beets. I don't eat the stems and greens anymore. I did it a couple times. I really don't like them. They're okay, but it reminds me too much of spinach. But it's beet. Here's another comparison to how big this beet is. That's a regular size can, 14 ounce. It's a chili can. And I had chili the other day, chili mac. But this is as big as a softball, probably even bigger. But that's how big that beet is. It's called Detroit Dark, and they're excellent beets. I'm going to grow some more next year. This is the first year growing them, and I'm going to cook it in this saucepan. I don't know if that's a quart and a half. I don't think it's 2 quarts. It's more than a quart, I know. I think it's a quart and a half. But it's a half full, and I still have half the beet left. So that one beet, it's huge. I cut these about a little less than a quarter of an inch thick, so they will cook thoroughly. But that beet was huge, and let's show you how it is. There it is. It filled that saucepan all the way up. I don't even think I'll have room for water to boil it. But one beet. I used to cook 2 or 3 in early spring and midsummer or whatever, and it wouldn't even hardly. It would fill up the pan, but not like this one beet. This one beet filled the whole pan up, and there's going to be enough for lunch and supper, and probably a little bit over. One beet's enough to feed one family easy. So I'm going to get the fire going. This is my homemade rocket stove. It's made out of an old newspaper tube, metal, and inside of it, there's 2 2x2s, about a foot long, and a piece of a 2x4 in there, a bunch of kindling. You can see that, but I'm going to put some kindling on the top, put some paper, get it going, and we'll see how long it takes to get these beets going. I'm going to let it cook for about 2 hours, I think. But I put about 12 ounces of water. That's all it would hold. Probably that's a little bit too much, but put 12 ounces of water in there. So here we go, some more kindling, and it might rain, but this stove right here, it doesn't matter. It's still going to burn during a rainstorm or a snowstorm. It's the wind that bothers it, because it's really lightweight and stuff, and the wind can blow it over if there's a heavy wind. But I'm in a good area where the fence blocks the wind. But I really like this stove here. What I find out that gets the kindling going good is a piece of paper towel, dry paper towel, and then some old egg cartons, and it catches pretty good. This thing right here will be going, in a couple minutes, and I'll put the grate on it and put the beets on it. But you can see how fast it caught with that egg carton. They're real good to catch fire. Better than cardboard, better than anything. You just get paper towel and egg carton. Well, it's starting to take off just a little bit. I put that grate on there. I'm going to put the beets on it. It's starting to snow. Light snow starting to come down. Not bad. But set that thing right there. Yeah, as long as the wind doesn't blow it over, I guess it's okay. But that wood, it's smoking a little bit because I got a bunch of kindling. Some of it's green, some of it's a little bit wet, but this rocket stove here, it burns good. It'll burn thoroughly all the way down to ash. It won't leave anything in it. As long as it's not too wet, I guess. But I've used it probably 3 or 4 different times. But you can see the flame in there. I didn't even cut the boards on fire yet, the 2x2s. I'm really happy with this stove. It's just that it's dangerous. It's a dangerous stove. And on cold mornings or whatever, you can warm yourself up, you know, because it puts out the heat on the sides. And you just got to be careful what you're doing. It's been about 3 or 4 minutes since I started it, and boy, is it smoking. You can still see the flames, but I think some of that wood was still green and a little bit wet. But it's starting to clear up. I can feel it drizzling a little bit, but not bad. Earlier it was getting ready to start snowing. But that thing is smoking up a storm. We'll see what happens in a few minutes. Well, it's been a couple more minutes. I guess it just had to catch fire good. It's still smoking, but not like it was, because I had to get away from it because it was so heavy. But I can feel the heat. I'm probably, I don't know, 4 or 5 feet away from the stove itself, and I can feel the heat coming off of it. That's how hot these things get. But I'll let it burn for a while and see what's going on. Let's take a look. It's been 5 minutes, about 5 minutes since I started the fire. You can see the steam coming off of it, but it's not boiling yet. That's okay. I don't care if it's a slow simmer, because I want it to cook for a couple hours. Hopefully it'll cook for a couple hours with the wood that I put in there. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. I did something stupid. I took that pan off and set it over here, and the pan was so full that it spilled on the table. I'm going to have to clean it up. But I put a little bit more wood in it. I don't know if I should have. I probably shouldn't have stuck the big pieces in there like that. I probably should have only stuck 1 2x2. I stuck in 2 and a piece of 2x4. But put a couple more small pieces on top. But it's smoking bad. But you can see the flames at the bottom. It's going pretty good. I can feel the heat coming off of it. I'm about maybe 2 feet away from it, and that puppy is hot. It's a wonder it doesn't sizzle when the snowflakes. It's starting to snow now. It's starting to snow, and it's a wonder it doesn't sizzle when the snowflakes hit it. But here's my beets. Come take a look at it in a couple hours. I'm going to go in the house. I don't think it's going to catch fire anywhere because everything's all wet. You can still feel some heat on it. It's been almost 2 hours now. And let's take a look. Oh yeah, you can see that. It's starting to cool down. Just let it sit there for a while till it cools down. But there's my beets. You can still see some heat down in there. I don't know if you can see that or not, but still warm. I can feel the heat off the tube itself. Pickled beets. It's pretty good. I like pickled beets. That's not even half of them. That's probably enough for me for lunch, but still got quite a bit left. About over half a pot. Yum, yum.